And because some members of her staff tested positive, the finance minister delivered her fiscal update in her office today out of an abundance of caution, though she herself tested negative. Chrystia Freeland outlined a better than expected economic rebound that she says offers enough financial wiggle room for $28 billion in new spending. Our chief political correspondent David Akin breaks the numbers down for us. David.
Well, Donna, the Trudeau government plans to keep on spending. It has set aside billions it says it needs to fight the pandemic, help British Columbia rebuild, and improve health and welfare for kids on First Nations reserves. A stronger economy means many Canadians are back on the job, paying taxes, boosting government revenue. As a result, a deficit that back in April looked like it was going to be about $155 billion this year could be as low as $116 billion when the fiscal year ends on March 31st. But rather than bring down the deficit as low as possible, Ottawa will still borrow $28 billion for new spending. And that means the deficit this year will be about $145 billion. What will Ottawa spend the money on? Ottawa is putting aside an extra $13 billion this year to deal with the pandemic for things like pediatric vaccines and booster shots. There is also a set aside of $4.5 billion specifically to deal with the fallout from the Omicron variant. British Columbia will get $5 billion to rebuild after an unprecedented year of natural disasters. Finally, Ottawa will set aside $4 billion this year to address past harms and discrimination related to First Nation child welfare. Details on how that money will be spent is still to come.
These are prudent provisions. They're things we have to do. And this is a transparent accounting of where Canada's public finances are.
The opposition has a different view.
What they neglected to point out is how their mismanagement has led our country and Canadian families to the edge of an economic cliff, Mr. Speaker.
Now, Finance Minister Chrystia Freeland did flag three priority problems: inflation, housing affordability, and climate change. But she promised more to come on those issues in next spring's budget. Donna?
All right, David Akin in Ottawa. Thank you.